you doing? Like, are you doing it for the looks, the Instagram fame, the likes, the shares? Are you doing it to put yourself in a position to really make some real money?
What are you doing it for?
I mean, that's
what it comes down to. You're impressive.
Nah, I'm just me. I just got out of work.
And we're live from the Boulevard with Crenshaw. And today I got here with me
Codie G, man. You know what I mean? Glad to be here, boss.
Yes, sir. Glad to have you. See, on this show, the Boulevard with Crenshaw, me being Crenshaw, of course, we expose all southeastern talent. He's gonna fix that. Producers, rappers, artists, chefs, big booty strippers.
The culture. Righteous.
Alright, let's hop right into it. Where you from, Codie G?
Man, Huntsville, Alabama, born and raised, man. You know what I mean? 1978. You know, old dude in this motherfucker, you know. So yeah, the city.
Yes, sir. Where you find your start in music?
Man, as a kid, you know, we black, man. So I mean, you come out the womb with music, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, born into music. Music has always been a part of me. So I ain't find it, it found me.
You knew at a young age that's what you wanted to take off with, that's what you wanted to do?
I never wanted to do music.
You didn't want to do music?
Hell no. Like that's like these days, music is the cool shit to do.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, like that's what the nerds did. You know? Yeah, I mean it was.
Like everybody was on the lunch table with it.
No. I mean I'm born in the 70s, 70s and the 80s.
True.
Like, hip hop didn't become a thing in like 85, 86, 87. So you know I would tell people when hip hop kind of came to the South, it was like right after civil rights. So all my OGs was born in the 60s and the 50s, so you coming out of civil rights, a few of them out of Jim Crow. So when hip hop hit, it was just this new shit from New York. So, you know, it was just something that we attached ourselves to because it was black folks. But just being somebody like, I'm gonna be a rapper, I wanna do rap music, like nah, that found me too. You know, I grew up in the 90s, I wanted to be like Mike. I played basketball at Butler, you know what I'm saying, Jack Doss, you know, so we out there hooping. That hooping was the coolest shit to do. It was either you sold drugs or you hoop. Rapping, you know, it was like 98, I was 20 years old, you know what I'm saying? It was just something me and the homies started doing.
Like a crack rock or a wicked jump shot, huh?
That's all you had. Go to the army, or go to, you know what I mean? So,
young kids don't know how I just did all that.
He got bars.
Hey, Rigo.
He dug in the crates for a minute. Yeah.
Who were some artists coming up? Because of course, you know, I got a younger crowd.
Yeah.
Hopefully I catch an older crowd with this one.
Yeah.
But coming up, who are some of your inspired artists?
I mean, Eric B. Rakim, Run DMC, Beastie Boys, Cool G Rap, Outkast, Big Daddy Kane. I mean, shit. Like everybody. I mean, like I'm saying, like it wasn't really about who an artist was.
Yeah.
Like hip hop was just
it was just music
new
in general.
It was this energy, the way people dressed, the way people talk. It wasn't that corny shit that your uncles then was talking about. It wasn't that suit and tie stuff that you got from the church. It was rebellious, you know what I mean? So to tap into the rebellious piece of finding yourself was what it was really about. You know, like by the time we realized artists was legends, you know what I mean? It was like
you came up with them.
Yeah, like oh, this nigga a legend.
I was just reading something on Twitter, scrolling. And he was it was a guy on there, he was saying, you're not gonna be able to convince your pops or one of your uncles that Rakim wasn't the greatest, or wasn't one of the greats, and you're not going to convince, you know, my crowd more likely, or maybe like 27-30 that Jay-Z wasn't that, and you're not gonna be able to tell the 20-year-olds that Drake wasn't that.
I mean, but they all great stuff.
Exactly, and that's what. And then it's so many people comparing it, and it's just like it's one culture, you know. Yeah. And they're like, you're not gonna be able to tell these 17 and down that young boy is not what he is to them.
And I can't take that from me.
Exactly.
So it's like
it's just a whole thing.
Yeah. You know, like right now you got people that make songs 2 minutes and 13 seconds, but I come from a body of work aspect. So when I look at hip hop, I look at the body of work of hip hop. Rakim did what he did. The Jays did what he did. Young Boy doing what he doing. Like I can't knock anybody who can make the crowd move. I can't knock nobody that got people that fuck with.
Because in the end, it's the crowd.
I mean, it's the people.
Yeah.
The people tell you who they like. You know what I'm saying? Like if I sell barbecue and you sell barbecue, but the people like your barbecue more than mine, they like your barbecue. You know what I'm saying?
So it's not barbecue.
Huh? Oh, definitely not. You know, but it's just like, you know, who's great, who's not. Man, you know, you can't take nothing from nobody that broke waves in the culture. You know what I mean?
So tell me about Slow Mo.
What you wanna know?
Where to start?
Oh man, shit. Started in the homie Jeff Chapman crib. Was out on Zert Road when there was still cotton fields and one of the apartments out there. You know what I mean? It was like one apartment complex out there that we all stayed in. And you know, we just started going to this studio, which was the homie's crib, and you would see like three cats in there, and then it go from 3 cats in there to 12 cats, and then we putting a project together. So once again, it's like we haphazardly fell into being slow motion. It wasn't nothing that we were just doing, you know, a whiteboard on this day we gonna do this. Nah, it was just cats coming together.
Found you just like the music.
Yeah, it really was an escape though. You know, it was just like cats trying to escape from what was going on back then. Street life was crazy.
In the 80s?
Nah, this is late 90s.
Late 90s.
You know, so this is after Reaganomics, it's after the crack epidemic, you know what I mean? It's after the crack babies done grew up. So the streets was what the streets was. It's prior to the internet, but it was, you know, one thing I tell all the young kids, this shit been going on.
Yeah.
That's why I don't blame y'all for the way the world is.
Yeah.
It's always been like
They quick to say that. They quick to be like, this generation, woo. Like they went on NWA and shit.
Yeah.
I know y'all ain't Freaknik, man. It wasn't just us.
It's on YouTube.
Y'all made us at Freaknik.
Yeah, but the slow, man, it started that way, man. It was just something that, you know, I feel like this was something organic. It was heaven sent, to be honest. Yeah.
Who was the first artist you worked with as a manager?
G-Side as a manager. That was like 2008. So we had been a company for like 9 years. So I wasn't managing. I was just like an exec doing marketing for the company and stuff like that. But actually managing the group was G-Side. 2000.
Tell me about G-Side.
That's them niggas.
Niggas, huh?
Man, you know, I challenge anybody to study G-Side history. You know what I mean? Like, we did a lot of the stuff that, you know, I hear the young people talking about rollouts and social media, and you gotta have this content for the internet, but man, we was doing that in 07, 08.
Yeah.
Like, really capitalizing off of it. Like, really strategically doing stuff on the internet. So, you know, G-Side is the forefathers to a lot of the shit that's going on right now.
So you all for it, because you get a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, like I said, you're older, you get a lot of these folks to be like, man, this Instagram is ruining it, and whoop-de-whoop. Do you feel like that? Or do you feel like, you know, since you've been doing it since 07, that, you know what I'm saying?
It's a gift and curse with everything.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? It's good and bad with it all. I think right now, you know, everything has its moment in time, and I just think with the internet right now, a lot of people are getting too in depth with the internet.
Yeah.
They don't forget how to deal with people in real life and move what the internet does in real life. You know what I mean? Like, you know, just how people talk to each other. You may see somebody that you just chopped it up with on the internet, and then see them at Walmart and walk right by the person. And y'all both know that y'all know each other, but don't even speak to each other. You know
it's that bad?
I think that's what the game is.
It's really that bad. Quick story, I do is just
That's cool.
So I'm with my mans. I ain't gonna say his name. You know who you is though. My mans, and then it was like 4 or 5 of us. We see a group of chicks. He said, like, man, damn, what you want? I'm like, yeah, you need to go talk to her. So nah, I'm gonna DM her when I get to the crib. What?
It's crazy, right?
You do what? She right there. I said, man, hey, bro, you know who you is, but you should have talked to that girl. Now she married, she got like 3 kids and all that type of shit.
But back to the internet shit, with that, we was deemed the internet rappers back then. Like, we came up in the age where G-side dope, but they internet rappers.
Yeah.
They ain't known in the streets.
That ain't sad, cause like that, before the SoundCloud, that was just what that was.
Yeah, but now, you a street dude in music, you on the internet beefing with another street dude. Yeah. So just watching that whole situation evolve is crazy. Yeah, but G-side, that's them dudes. I challenge anybody, go Google them guys, and you know, they the forefathers of all this digital marketing, digital movement, you know, like the Rolling Loud festivals and shit like that. They were doing shit like that 2009, 2010. Going overseas by themselves, you know, headlining. Like, they never really opened for nobody. We were doing 30, 40 city tours in major markets, from New York to LA, San Francisco,
do y'all research?
DC, Philly, everywhere. And then going to Europe, from Sweden to Norway, independently. You know what I mean? Utilizing the internet. So, you know, it's...
And people don't understand how tough international fame is. Like, if somebody's picking it up over there, and they don't even speak the language, you know what I'm saying?
But that's not nothing new either. That's before us. You had stuff like out of Alabama, out of Florence, Arthur Alexander out of Florence. He had a record. He had 2 records.
Educator.
A and B side. It's for the internet. The Beatles covered one song, and Rolling Stones covered another song in Europe, in London. And he was from the back roads of Florence, Alabama in the 60s. So it's always been to where this music and black culture has been, you know, expanded beyond these invisible borders that we lock ourselves in, whether it's my project, my side of town. This music always has flown, you know what I mean? So for us to tap in and be able to do that,
it's worldwide.
Yeah, I mean, black culture is the shit.
How did you meet Mally? Mally boy. Let me get it all the way out there, y'all.
I met Mally, I was in the military, and I came home one weekend, came to the studio, and they're like, yo, we got this new producer. Young kid, I think Mally was probably like 18, 19 at the time. And all right, cool, we got a new producer. And like a day went by, I came to the studio, he was in there playing beats. And that's when I was really introduced to Mally. Like, okay, this dude a genius.
Yeah. And
then ever since then, it's been my little brother.
Y'all did a lot together? Any wild moments from working with G-Side that you want to tell us about?
And we almost missed our MTV trip. Our MTV interview. We was on our way. We did a show in Brooklyn, and we was headed to Philly for another show. And we seen the signs, like it say Philly like an hour away. So we realized that we was on our way to Philly, and we told the driver, it's the homie CP, like, bro, we had an MTV interview. So we had to turn and double back. Matter of fact, crazy part about this story, rest in peace to Jay Scott, it was ASAP Rocky's DJ whose spot we went to go do the interview with. He just passed away last week. You know,
R.I.P. Jay Scott.
Yes, sir, man. ASAP Yams too. ASAP Yams was a heavy supporter of what we was doing. You know, he was at our first show in Harlem. But just the crazy stories about G-Side was just the fact that we was doing music from Alabama, and people would always ask us, did we have paved roads, and you know, did we have the internet, did we have all this other shit going on?
Like seriously, or just something like?
Oh, there's no cap. You know what I mean?
No jokes.
Nah.
Quit with the jokes, man. Hey, we down here.
Everybody went up like people got.
Up north, they think they're for real.
Yeah.
I mean, I was in California, had the same shit.
I blame us though. I blame us because we don't find our own identity. You dig what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So we don't champion where we from. Like we'll go other places and buy into what other people are doing.
And I was talking to him about that. My bad, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was talking to him about that one day, and I was like, this is why I want, like, my show, any business I do, I want it to grow from out of here. Cause it's like, niggas will tat it on their arm, 256, woo-woo-woo, throw side this, and move to Atlanta and start trying to, like, claim a hood in Atlanta or try to come up out of Atlanta. And it's like, why are you taking the money away from here?
Or just the sauce. I mean, no disrespect to the A, but everybody in Atlanta say my boy now. Like, if you look at anything on the internet, what's up, my boy? What's up, my boy? That's us. We've been saying this shit 30 years. But how did they get to the A? All them trips. Folks was getting to the A, dropping off the energy. So and it's one thing, it's funny you say that. It's two sets of people. It's people that do shit for Huntsville. There's people that do shit from Huntsville. Yeah. I do it from Huntsville. Yeah. It's a different energy. Yeah. If you do something for this city, it's like you looking in, you know what I'm saying? We created music from here and looked out. And it's like a tribal situation because, it's like hunter-gatherer. We're going to go get it and bring it back. For sure. You know what I mean? So
that's what you should do. That's how I look at it. That's how I like it. That's type terribly wrong. How did Lax and Preachers come about with T.I.?
Lax and Preachers. We had an original version. It had a different beat than the one that went to BET and WUP. And it was a feature. We wanted either Bun B or Tip.
Definitely.
And we could afford Tip at the time. So
Bun B was ticketing like that on y'all?
At that time he was. And he wanted 5 figures. Tip wanted 4. So we went with Tip. And it probably was a better decision to go with Tip because of his trajectory after that. You know what I'm saying?
Right after he just shot up.
He was out of there.
Yeah.
So that song took us to BET. And, I was in Korea and we was playing dominoes. And, everybody asking where you from. I'm from Chicago, I'm from Miami, I'm from Huntsville. Dude from Chicago, what up, Sully? My Marine partner, you know what I mean? And he fell out his chair. He from Huntsville. We in Korea now. Man, y'all got the best Chevys in the world. Box Chevys, this, that, and the third. Matter of fact, it was a song, Lax and Caprice. Then I fell out my seat.
So hold up, big baby.
Yeah, that's us. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean that record did well, and it was just once again another organic piece. Big Pope, J. Seal, Mr. Marcellus on the record with Tip, but it was Huntsville. I mean, even down to the the creased jeans and the Air Max. Like that was our energy. Yeah. The rest of the world wearing Jabos and Reeboks. You know what I'm saying? But we were down here, creased jeans out of Sneeds, off the north side, and them Air Max 95s.
Tell them, talk to them.
Yeah, killing them.
All right, actually, about the internet. Do you feel like the music scene has changed here in Huntsville since you started?
Yeah.
For the better or for the worse?
Once again, it's good and bad and everything. You know what I mean? So good, the talent always been here. It's some dope records. It's dope producers. It's some dope people behind the cameras. You know what I'm saying? I think for the worst, ain't nobody trying to learn the business though.
Yeah. Everybody want to rap. Instagram blow up.
Everybody want to rap. But don't nobody know how they gonna get paid.
Yeah.
Don't nobody know who owns the song.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody doing no split sheets.
YouTube.
Did you register this with ASCAP? Yeah. How do you make money in the music industry?
Y'all listen up.
You can't live.
And this man trying to talk to y'all. Talk to him. How do you feel like? Do you have a class? Do you want to start a class? Do you want to start a class with me so I can teach them? I need to know, is it a something that you can tell the rappers out there? Because I got friends that are rappers.
Yes, sir.
I mean, something like that. Oh, yeah.
It's project dope though. It's project dope.
Do right here?
Yeah, it's project dope. I heard it last night.
Right, he already in there. Yeah. But yeah. I have friends that are rappers, you know what I'm saying? And I want everybody to make it. Y'all know my narrative. If y'all make it, and even if we got beef, that means you make it, you gonna get the hell on from around me. I want everybody out of this city to make it. I promise. I'm trying to help. That's why I got my show. I'm showcasing. I'm sharing everything. Y'all don't share my shit. I mean, y'all do not share my shit. Y'all don't like me. But this is gonna change it. And I'm trying to see, what do you think? A message. We'll do it like that then, because we got a lot more dubs. We got a lot more questions. But we're gonna stop right here, and we're gonna do what do you tell the younger crowd that's rapping and coming up, or even dudes that's older and they still coming up? What do you feel like they need to do? Protect their chicken, protect their mental.
It's education, man. You know what I mean? Like, once again, it's a simple question. What are you doing this for? And you know, a lot of people say they're doing it for money. So how do you make money in today's music industry? Do you make money off streams? Do you make money off shows? And then all of that come with a cost. You know what I mean? To go viral, it costs. You get what I'm saying? So if you go viral, and I ain't talking about like the crazy shit on like TikTok and shit like that. I'm talking about to where it's some money being made. It take money. So it take money to make money.
Like baby mama drama scandals ain't gonna do it, huh?
I mean, you know, it's like the world has become a huge tabloid. You know, but then, like I say, how do you make money? So the first thing is, how do you make the bread? Like, and I don't think nobody understands it. So to go back to the climate of the city, who's in y'all generation? Who's the music business person? Like, who's the person that's helping people get their ass cap together? Who's the person doing it? You know what I'm saying? And then, hold on, before you go there, we do teach this in classes. We just got started in Hereford Elementary School where we teaching kids music tech and the music business. We just got McNair Junior High School to where we teaching Pro Tools and all of this, and we got May Jemison. And we're on the verge of you know, talking with J.F. Drake and Alabama A&M to implement these programs till we see the talents out there, but who's teaching the music business?
Because it takes more.
And like that rapper that you're talking about, he has a music tech degree. You know, like that's what I'm more proud of the homie for. Like, bro, you got a degree in this. You went to school for years to learn about publishing.
Your craft, perfect your craft.
Yeah, you know, and so that's the thing. You know, Huntsville is a smart city. And like, we want to bring smart back. Smart is the new gangster. Been the new gangster.
I like that.
You dig what I'm saying? So educate yourself. I don't care how street you is pick up a book on what you're trying to do.
The street don't get paid.
Man, I don't know what they do. I stay away from them. I stay clean from them. Yeah.
Do you feel like y'all left a large mark on the scene for hip hop in Huntsville or Alabama and all?
I don't think that's for me to say. You know what I mean?
That's for the people to say.
That's for the people to say. I don't throw my own birthday party.
That's your shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Very humble. Very, very, very humble.
It's the truth. I just, you know, we do what we do and we give it to the people. You know what I mean? But that's not for me to say.
Do y'all feel y'all had a large impact?
We did a lot. Like I said, I challenge anybody in this city. Go just Google what we did. And then, you know, put the resume up to the next person's resume.
Pound for pound, man. That's all it takes. How did the GT5 placement come about?
Back to New York. We was touring in New York, and we had merch. We had a vinyl record, and it had Relaxation on it, and it had a remix of another song that we did called Impossible. And the guy who did music for GTA 5 was at that show and bought the record. And so this is in like 2012. We get an email 2 years later. Like, we want to put this song on GTA 5 with Kendrick Lamar, Meek Mill, Young Thug, Ross. So we had the oldest song on Radio Los Santos. But the guy who actually put that playlist together handpicked the record because he actually bought the record when we was in New York.
That's crazy. You play GTA 5?
Nah, but it sold 110 million copies though.
I just bought it. I'm late on it. They finna drop a 6 nigga shit.
It's the largest selling video game of all time. We on there.
Do you have any work with them in the future? Have you talked to them since? Or that was just like, boom, bam, thank you, man.
So, you know, like, that's just funny you asked it. Like, a lot of my partners that was in the game doing it, they've grown. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was 14, so 7 years. If you got this job at Rockstar Games, like, you may go work for ESPN, you may go work for Sports Illustrated, you may go work for Forbes, you may go work for New York Times, you know what I mean? So, you know, we keep in touch, but it's not so much for what can you do for me. It's just really building true relationships and watching people grow in their area.
It's part of the business, man. Building relationships, networking.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for. I'm networking.
I mean, but, you know, it's funny you say that because some of the partners that's still out there, you know, like we brought A&E to the city, we brought Complex to the city, we brought Noisy to the city.
What was that?
Right, you know what I'm telling you, folks got to do their research, you know what I'm saying?
I need to be around Complex, man. Y'all need to see me, I
actually brought Julian Mitchell. Julian did the piece on Nipsey for Forbes. And he did the piece on Nipsey for CNN when Nipsey passed. But I brought him down here in 2016 to my first hip hop tech conference while he was at Complex. Now he's at Forbes and doing his thing.
That's the growth thing you were talking about.
Yeah, people grow. You know, like my partner I brought to UNA, he was at A&E, now he at Netflix. You know what I'm saying? So Netflix has an eye on the city. But that's one of the things that I try to tell people, back to what I tell the young artists, stop trying to get next to the artist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, get next to the person that's signing the check. Get next to the person that push play on these contracts.
They spending that money for the features.
Yeah, I mean, not even the features. I'm just saying, like to get on a game like GTA 5, that's a good payday. To get on a Netflix show, that's a good payday. You dig what I'm saying? And those people 9 times out of 10 don't look like you.
Long term, not right now. Long term, not right now. Because a lot of the rap that's going on now is I gotta blow now, I gotta do this now. They hurry to sign.
Well, a lot of the stuff that they putting out, they don't own.
Yeah.
If you get a beat off the internet, you know, and then it get 1 million views. Okay, it went viral. Good job, homie. And then my partner called from Netflix, and he want the record. But you can't give him, the producer who produces, permission. You just lost that on the check. So I say, like, what are you doing? Like, are you doing it for the looks, the Instagram fame, the likes, the shares? Or are you doing it to put yourself in a position to really make some real money?
What are you doing it for?
I mean, that's
what it comes down to. You're impressive.
Nah, I'm just me. I just got out of work.
Congratulations.
What happened?
Your induction.
No induction. No induction.
No induction?
No hip hop person has been inducted. Nah. So let's put it on this. So we opened the first hip hop exhibit at the Alabama Music Hall of Fame. Inductions are a separate situation.
Okay.
But right now, to be in the Alabama Music Hall of Fame, we just handle
to be the first, right?
Yeah, we put everybody in there. We put the whole state from top to bottom in the Alabama Hip Hop Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? With the greats, Alabama, Nat King Cole, Aretha Franklin. You know, hip hop in there. And we working to get people inducted. But once again, you know, shout out to Merv Warren, who's a Huntsville native, who just got inducted last week. He has 5 Grammys, 10 Grammy noms. He's worked with Whitney Houston, The Preacher's Wife. He scored plenty songs with Quincy Jones. He's a black guy from the north side. Just got inducted. So shout out to him for being inducted. But we do have hip hop right now.
Apologize for that mess up, guys. We're gonna fix that.
It's all good. We won't put no false fake news out.
Definitely not fake news. Are there any new artists that you like to work with?
I'm already working with who I want to work with. I'm paying attention to everything in the city though. Like it's brewing. It's brewing. Like the homie, what's the kid from BT? Floyd. I like what he doing.
I told you I like this. I like this song. We're gonna get Floyd on here.
Floyd spazzing. Of course, like the rated R's. Like I don't like to say too many names, but like I just like what's going on in the city. I just want the talent to be partnered up with music business education,
so they can make it out of the city.
Yeah, because I think a lot of these guys, they smart, man. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like if you from the projects, if you got a mom and daddy that work on the arsenal, I think if we all got access. But it's a smart ass city. You dig what I'm saying? So if all these guys just understood the business, and then at that point we can look at our shot group, like where we going, instead of just like throwing spaghetti up against the wall. But yeah, like his last video really, like I love that shit. I mean, shot that motherfucking Brother Terrence, and yeah.
I thought it was hard too. I told him I thought that was hard. I don't know. Tell me about your position on the Huntsville Music Board.
Man. It's the first of its kind in the United States of America. This is the first time it's ever happening. For people who don't believe in it, the city of Atlanta has signed on to do the same thing. But no, it's just pretty much taking my 20-year plus experience and being a voice for the people, our people. You know what I mean? All people, but at the end of the day, our people. You dig? To make sure that we have I ain't gonna say a voice, because hip hop is the voice. You know what I'm saying? Like, hip hop is the #1 music in the world.
Definitely. Culture.
So it's really getting people who look like us that's older to believe in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the other cultures is rocking. It's just getting older black people to really buy into what's going on and getting them to truly understand that their grandson may be dope, their granddaughter may be dope. And then if they got a little funds, invest in them. Because, you know, investing in these kids to continue to go to college and get hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt that they'll never pay off.
That's to do something they really want to do.
Or not even get a job in what they went to school for. Yeah. So that's hustling backwards. So I think, you know, we got to meet the kids where they at, you know what I mean? So that's my position on the music board, not making so much about what older people are talking about, but bringing in the young creatives and building the next...
Youth is the future.
Build the next 20 years off of y'all, you know what I'm saying? So I never wanted to be that old dude, like I said, to just be like, oh, this shit whack, because they young. Because it's energy in all of it. From Young Thug to the Baby to, you know, rest in peace to the homie just passed today, Pop Smoke. You know what I mean? Like, it's so much energy in all of it. I just think a lot of it, it ain't enough OGs guiding the future.
Too many haters in the OG section.
Yeah. Straight up. And a lot of haters in the young nigga section.
Oh, definitely.
That, you know, it's always been a clash between older generation, younger generation, but like, we really got to just fix that.
Big Homie Rules by Yo Gotti.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah.
That's real hard. Yeah. He spoke on a lot of that in there. Do you have any upcoming placements that you like to speak about?
Nah, not to be honest. You know, they just dropped $850 million on Me and City. They just dropped $40 million on the amphitheater. They just dropped $15 million on Mars Music Hall. They redesigned the infrastructure in the city for music.
Yeah.
So what I don't want to happen is for y'all to get left behind. You know what I'm saying? Because this city finna change.
Yeah.
And it's changing off of ideas and plans from 30, 40 years ago. And so when you see all this stuff going up downtown, all these buildings, that's from stuff from 30, 40 years ago.
Yeah.
So seeing y'all at the cusp of really the baton really being in y'all hand, like just really hipping y'all to what's really going on not just what you see or what y'all think the world is, but really putting some dollar value next to it. Like, bro, they just dropped 1.1 billion in the city. These is real numbers.
That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money.
These are real numbers. Now you got, you know, the FBI coming to Huntsville, bringing 4,000 jobs. They finna drop another 1.1 billion.
FBI come here?
Yo, God, man.
Oh.
Yeah.
They here.
They out here.
They here.
They been here.
They here.
Yeah.
You mean like here, like
dropped the promo.
Not here. Like, they ain't Huntsville.
so they be like running around and like.
See, that's the thing. Everybody don't do the investigative piece of that. You know what I mean? It's like the Army. Everybody that works for the Army don't kill people.
No, I'm just saying, it's like the FBI is here. I didn't know that. Y'all hipping me. I didn't know that.
Facebook here.
I didn't know that. I know somebody that's working at Facebook.
Google here.
That I didn't know either. Get out more.
You know the guy that owns Amazon.
The dude got Amazon. I applied for them. Y'all ain't
No. He just opened a company in Huntsville. He building his own rockets.
No, it's a Amazon like.
No. I'm saying the guy who owns Amazon.
Oh, the guy who owns Amazon.
Scott Bezos just opened a company that opened Monday. He's building his own rockets like NASA in Huntsville. So it's been $2.2 billion in investment in this city. And so while we continue to do hip hop, how are you finna get paid out of this?
There's a lot of money to be made.
They just dropped $2.2 billion for them to get that check. How you gonna get yours? That's all I'm saying. So you're not competing in this city as an artist against another artist. You're competing with the economic improvements that this city is doing. So the city invested $2.2 billion. How you get something out of it? And so one of the things I want young artists, some of y'all don't need to be rapping. Some of y'all need to go get you a job. Because you need health insurance, life insurance, because you can be on the internet flashing cake all day, but when you pass, we gotta sell fish plates to bury you. You dig what I'm saying? So I get it. I get the look and the lure of what it is, but in reality, it's real life out here.
Real
you know
life out here.
You know, it's real shit going on out here. So that's what I'm here to be. You know what I mean? Like, look, I get it. You dope. But do you have a place to stay? Do you have insurance on your car? If your car breaks down, can you get new tires? You just had a kid. Is your baby mom's or your wife in a secure car to get your kid to daycare? Like, these are the things that we need to be looking at. So when you speak about the music industry in the city, if we ain't making no money in this, go get you some money and then let's come back and rethink this shit to where we can, make something happen. But I don't want to see young black men and young black women get left behind from the economic changes that's changing in the city. Like, fuck rap music.
Yeah.
You still can be hip hop and gonna get you a bag for 80, 90 grand a year and get you some life insurance and some health insurance. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, because it's happening now. You got plenty of people that work on the arts.
Man, that's important, bro. Y'all listen to this man, bro. He is really dropping some dimes.
And I got a kid, 22 years old. So, I mean, this is what they hear all day long. You know what I'm saying? So, it's not just me. I'm going to tell you the same shit I tell my little homie.
As you should.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Where can people reach you?
Man, don't reach me. Don't, because you can just go, no. Google G-Side. You'll find it.
I like that.
Google G-Side, Google Slow Motion Soundz, like giving out my Twitter feed and all that shit, man. We ain't doing that no more. Like, just Google the resume. You dig what I'm saying? Like,
see, that's different. That's a level up right there. See, everybody else I'm at right here, they gonna drop a couple Instagram, Snapchat, social. My man said, Google me. You ever get to argue with somebody, you holler, hey bro, I ain't finna do all the time. Hey bro, Google me.
Yeah, just Google the homies, man. Google Huntsville Hip Hop, Google G-Side, Slow Motion Soundz, Block Beaters. Like, it's not just me. Like, we've had a collective of over 50 people. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Easy. And then shout out to the homies, man, just to show the growth in hip hop. ST out there in Austin and Colleen got a black-owned real estate company out there, like really working with the brokers instead of just selling real estate for somebody else, you know what I mean? So that's the growth in hip hop. Shout out to Christmas and CP, over in Sweden. Like, the homie started Slow Motion Soundz and now lives in Sweden doing music. So,
because it's worldwide, baby, the culture.
Yeah, and just the growth, man. Just seeing all my homies grow up and be able to take care of their families. You know what I mean? Like, that's the beauty in all this shit. Not the diamond necklaces and all that shit. All my homies alive. Rest in peace to those who didn't make it. You know what I mean? But To the guy that's still living, man, so proud of all y'all.
It's about generational wealth, baby.
Man. Straight up. And we own all our masters.
A lot of folks can't say that.
And we never signed a deal.
Talk to him.
You never heard G-Side do that song talking about the label played them.
Talk to him.
We didn't do that.
Never.
Righteous. Touchdown.
Period.